Support for Entrepreneurs Enigma and the shows in the Marketing Podcast Network is provided by Active Campaign. If you're looking for a way to grow your business, you need to check out Active Campaign. It's a powerful marketing automation platform that can help you increase your sales, improve your customer service, and build stronger relationships with your customers. With Active Campaign, you can create and send email campaigns, manage your leads and customers, create landing pages, set up automated workflows, and track results, all on one approachable platform. Active Campaign has more than 10,000 five-star reviews on G2 from happy users. Preview Me is one. They're a B2B software company that uses Active Campaign to send their prospective customers highly visual and personalized emails as they progress through the CRM stages, such as completing a demo. This has increased their click-through rate 96%. If you're serious about growing your business, you've got to check out Active Campaign. Try it today for free and see how it can help you achieve your goals. Now, for a limited time, Active Campaign is offering you, the listeners of Entrepreneurs Enigma, a chance to double your contacts for free when you sign up at activecampaign.com/activate. That means if your email list is 10,000 contacts, you only need to pay for 5,000, or you can pay for 10,000 and get an extra 10,000 totally free. Personalize your customer experience. Do it with automation. Like the 185,000 businesses that have an Active Campaign. Go to activecampaign.com/activate to sign up today. activecampaign.com/activate. Terms and conditions apply. Entrepreneurs Enigma is a podcast for the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. It's got the wins and the fails that we all face being entrepreneurs, how we learn from adversity. Every week, I talk to a different entrepreneur with a story to tell. I'm Seth Goldstein. Come with me on the journey. This is Entrepreneurs Enigma. Let's get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneurs Enigma podcast. I am your host, as always, Seth. Today I have David Van Beekam of Tweva. Now, we're going to explain what Tweva is in a second, but David is from down south, and we're not going to hold that against him. He's from Florida, but it's a good thing. But I think you said around Orlando, right, buddy?
Yes. Thanks, Seth, for having me on. I'm actually from New Jersey, actually.
Oh, all right. You redeemed yourself.
Yes, I am from North Jersey, so.
Oh, no wonder you sound like me a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, what you talking about? I'm from Jersey. How you doing?
From Jersey, exactly.
Jersey, but this is like almost 17 years ago, so that's not really part of me.
Middle Florida. What brought you down to middle Florida?
Oh, my girlfriend at the time, now wife, she said, "I'm leaving you. I'm going to go work with the dolphins in SeaWorld." So I was like, wait, after how many JetBlue rides back and forth, you're like, okay, I can't afford New Jersey. So let's start this thing out in Florida and see what we can buy.
There you go. I like that. That's a good idea. So you've been in Florida for 17 years.
Yeah.
And so you have a really cool product here. I'm not even trying to explain it because I am going to try and explain it for the sake of making a fool out of myself. Tweva is essentially TVs for local businesses, but with a twist. And we're going to go into the twist. I'm going to have you explain the twist. So Dave, what is the twist with Tweva? Tweva, that's a mouthful. Twist with Tweva.
Oh, the Tweva twist. I like that. I should use that in some of the Tweva twist. Let's do the Tweva twist. I like this.
There you go.
All right. So Tweva is a local TV channel for your city. Think about it. If you're in a small city and you don't have a TV channel, Tweva is your TV channel for the city. And it's for all small businesses because small businesses, they can't afford TV advertising. I mean, as far as I couldn't, other small businesses couldn't when they were small. And, when it's a commercial's $3,000 to $10,000, most people are like, oh, I'll put away my emergency fund. Let me just blow this on a TV commercial to see if it works. I said, let's create our own. And do it once. So I said, let's create our own. So that's the gist of it, but it's a lot more than that too.
Yeah, there is more to that. When we first talked, you said, influencers can go into a pizza shop and somehow get up on the screen and say, "Hey, that's me. I'm up there. I'm live streaming. Oh my God, I'm on Tweva. Oh my God." And then they talk about not only the pizza shop, they talk about Tweva. And it's another twist.
Yeah. So think about it like a digital TV screen, TV channel, but it's also a community display. So you know those bulletin boards you kind of go into for a little coffee shop, and you put up your little business card there, physical paper business card, which is going away.
Or the placemats at diners.
Yeah, or placemats, right? So this is a digital version of that, but it has to be good content, something for people to watch, something interesting. You know, there's a lot of influencers out there. Hey, I can take a picture of a croissant and a coffee 10 times better than the average, person. Well, let's get them to be popular in the community. They have a great skill. So this allows anybody to create TV content and share it, but not in a 30-minute, but a couple minutes between a short form and a long form content.
Love that. And so how did you, what was the impetus for this? Like, how the heck did you come up with something like this? I mean, I guess maybe sitting at a diner and eating your Pepsi, as you said before the show started, your Pepsi with your breakfast.
Oh yes, yeah. Didn't start that far back, but
okay, yeah.
But no, I was actually working with a co-founder, and he had a bunch of restaurants, and he wanted to help the small business guy. So if he saw, let's say, a plumber would be eating over at this table, and maybe somebody would be complaining about a leak in their home at the other table. He would just love to connect those people. Like, oh, hey, there's a plumber over here. He always comes in every Thursday and eats chicken parmesan. I got to have you meet him. So, I mean, that works when he's there, but what about when he's not? So he would tell the plumber, hey, go put your business card up at the front. And I'm sure you've seen that, right? In a little diner.
Oh, yeah, everywhere. It still happens,
Yeah. But there's a limited amount. And it's like, okay, you're not always looking. So we just joked about this idea of like, put him up on the TV. And, he had a couple TVs. So that was where the idea was born.
Wow.
It was really just to help local businesses. But he wanted to put up a business card.
I know.
He wanted to just put it like a funny business card. And I said, it's got a little bit more than a business card. We got to make it fun. Put the weather, put some fun stuff about the community. And it kind of just morphed into this, local TV channel.
We're going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show.
As a person with a very deep voice, I'm hired all the time for advertising campaigns. But a deep voice doesn't sell B2B. And advertising on the wrong platform doesn't sell B2B either. That's why if you're a B2B marketer, you should use LinkedIn ads. LinkedIn has the targeting capabilities to help you reach the world's largest professional audience. That's right, over 70 million decision makers all in one place. All the big wigs, then medium wigs, also small wigs who are on the path to becoming big wigs. Okay, that's enough about wigs. LinkedIn ads allows you to focus on getting your B2B message to the right people. So, does that mean you should use ads on LinkedIn instead of hiring me, the man with the deepest voice in the world? Yes, it does. Get started today and see why LinkedIn is the place to be to be. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Go to linkedin.com/MPN to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/MPN. Terms and conditions apply.
And are you just in Orlando, or you're all over the place now, aren't you? You're branching.
Yeah. I have somebody out of North Carolina. Their team starting up. They're in Raleigh.
Nice.
He said, like, Raleigh's growing so much.
Oh, Raleigh's insane right now. Yeah, the research triangle.
Yes, that's what he said. He said something. We are starting a triangle. I just let that go, like thinking maybe it's something to do with the map, but
no,
supposedly
they're triangle. It's Raleigh, Durham. I don't know. It's a triangle of cities that all the biotechs are down there in that area.
Yeah, so he's getting started right in there. He knows a ton of people. Tommy, he's going to be a big Tweva guy in the area. Then he knows somebody else in Tampa, and then we got
Tommy.
Texas going. Yeah, Tweva Tommy.
Oh my
Twisted
God,
Tweva
the
Tommy.
Twist. Tweva Tommy. Oh, you have to have all T's.
Hey, I got to do that old song again. Let's do the twist. I should get it like redone, remixed somewhere. Let's do the Tweva.
Do the Tweva twist.
Let's do the Tweva twist. Yeah. So it's a little bit of that,
yeah.
And then also it's a little bit more in the community base.
Yeah.
It's for the influencers, it's for the small business, and then when we talked with the co-founder, he was also struggling a little bit with posting on social media. So we added in another module to let's add some content to your TV, and then let's share this on all of your social media. So we have APIs pushed out to Facebook, Twitter, the top 10: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Google My Business, Reddit, all of the top 10, because even if you post something on Facebook, a small business is not like, okay, let me log into my Reddit account and make sure I post my special today. Because remember, all these backlinks from all these different social sites are more important. And it's not about being the number one in the country, but it's about being number one in your city. So we try to give them all the tools to do that.
Oh, I love this. Oh, this is awesome. This is fantastic. And so before Tweva, what did you do? Like how did you find your way into Tweva? I mean, you met your co-founder, but are you a software developer by trade?
Yeah, I'm a nerd. Yeah. I grew up. Okay, it starts way back, like 7 or 8. My dad
go back there.
Built out the first. Let me see. So he built out the first audio system in church, right? So he put in the cameras, the lights, back to the 70s, 80s. And so when he would have an old piece of equipment, he'd take it home. And it'd sit in the basement for a while until I just was like, what is that 16-channel Mackie board doing? Like, there's a freaking knobs on that thing. So I brought it into my room. I was 7 or 8, 9, and I had to have an old tape recorder and a VCR. And then he got a video mixer. Yeah. So I had put it all together. And it's funny that I think about this. It just kind of went away in my memory, but I had this little FM broadcaster, and I'd put it to the output, and I was playing a little radio station, like 9 or 10. Hey, sister, go turn on 92.3. Oh, that's over the rock station. 92.6. And it's funny, but it's like, that's where it all started.
Don't tell the FCC that.
That and my 286 33 megahertz computer sitting next to me. So that's, before they connected, I was, doing this stuff.
That is wild, my friend. That is wild. So you've always been tinkering. So this idea came in. You found the perfect, co-founder who was like kind of the business, found the need.
Yeah.
Felt the need. Kind of
yes.
Thing.
Yeah, we were actually working on another project when this came up, because they were in the restaurant industry, we were building out a 150-page mobile app and huge database of all the products that small businesses could buy through smaller distributors, not through Cisco, there's a ton of small distributors out there. And so we were working on this and said, okay, for marketing, how do we market? So this kind of came into, hey, if we could be on the TV, let's build a marketing company. So that's kind of, it's been a multi-year process to build it, but we came into it and started thinking like, hey, this is a really great thing. Let's put a patent on the Tweva. So we wrote out a patent. It's at the office, and we're kind of waiting. Pending? Patent pending. Yep.
Well, that's good, because that's the thing. Like, if it's patent pending, it scares away enough people that won't go rip you off.
Yeah. That's hopefully.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's complex.
So what is this? Yeah, but what's the scariest thing about being an entrepreneur in your mind? The scariest thing. We'll go back to. We'll do this backwards today. What's the scariest thing?
The scariest thing about being an entrepreneur.
What keeps you up?
Oof. I don't know. My brain. My brain is literally going all the time. So I don't know what the scariest thing is. Tomorrow, the next day, 3 days from now. No, it's like as an entrepreneur, everything is scary, but having things finally moving, and it's like things are greased, the wheels are moving. It's awesome. But I guess as an entrepreneur, you're always worried about the next couple of years of what you're going to do. What I didn't like as a beginning, before I had like a major project, you're always like, I hate doing the same thing every single day for 20 to 50 different people, and then I wanted to build something on my own. I wanted to build something big. So you partner with people and you partner with a couple people, and this works, this doesn't work. But the scariest thing, I don't know. There's a lot of scary things for entrepreneurs.
We'll leave it at that. So what's the best thing? Then we'll flip it on its head. Like, what's the best thing?
Oh, I'm an extreme optimist. So dreaming, I love dreaming. I love creating things, building things. My dad also, I credit to him he was an electrical contractor. So he would take home, and I asked my brother this the other day. I go, why did we have all those things in the garage? Like, we had a pneumatic pump over here. We had a 3-phase 220 volt motor over here. We had a clean room switch with a grommet on it for something over here. And he goes, oh, well, that company that, Dad used to work at, and we would help him, they were in research and development. So they would just get all this stuff, test what they needed to, scrap it all, and start over again. I was like, oh, okay.
And your dad
that makes more
just
sense.
Collect it.
Yeah, he might have seen a switch that was more valuable than the garbage, and he put it on a metal shelf in the garage, had everything organized out. Well, not all organized, but enough when I walked in.
The truth comes out. The truth.
There was definitely boxes of stuff. Yeah. And then I'm like, why did we grow up like that? He's like, oh, they were in research. Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. I didn't understand before. But that kind of led that into building and thinking and creating. I think that's what that's accredited to.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, it's right.
Seriously, you bring all this random crap home, it gives us something to play with. So what is the most important thing to carry with you all the time?
Most important thing to carry, well, it's different for different people. So I think mine would be, I have that optimism for the future, but then I have to bring my back pocket reality. That is definitely something. And that differs per person. So like if you're more of like that, negative side, you have to bring a little optimism to that as the entrepreneur. But you always have to bring something that you're not, and you have to know what that is. Like I can count so many mistakes in our journey of building Tweva that I was like, oh, did somebody just knock on my door and tell me, hey, if you did this in 6 months, you'd be this much further, right?
Oh, shucks. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
that's wild, my friend. That's wild. So where can people find, if they're interested in Tweva and they want to learn more about Tweva, where can they find more about Tweva and do the Tweva twist? For
the Tweva twist. Well, you can go to, I have a little subdomain set up, connect.tweva.com. And that's where you can say, hey, I'm a business owner or I'm an influencer. I want to get connected. And then, you can find us on social media, on any social media, Tweva, Tweva. And if you're a small business and you have a TV, we'd love to get you into the network, because what we're trying to do is build out in every city, in every state, a small TV network that business owners can kind of show what they do. I would say sketchy, but not a old time commercial, right? Not like, look who I am, how great I am. I want these little tutorials of how to do things better. Like if you're replacing a roof, this is what's wrong with your shingles. This is where to look for a leak. Think this old house for small businesses in your town, right? This is what we want to create for people to watch. It's much better than a soap opera, Yeah,
very much better than a soap opera.
Yeah.
So Dave, this has been so much fun. Before we go, where do you hang out most online? Like, where's your watering hole?
Well, it has to be now on all the social media accounts. So being that person in the background, I used to not be on a lot, so I don't have that much. But when we started going to venture capital, there we got, guys, you got to start adding stuff to your social media accounts. It's like, but personally, I just never did. I was the tech guy, behind the Mac keyboard. But it's everywhere now. I'm looking at TikTok for new trends. I'm looking at Facebook for connections. I'm looking at LinkedIn for the investors. Anywhere. So
it keeps you busier than busy, right?
A little too much. Yeah.
Well, have your kids, hire your kids to do it. Yeah.
That is a good idea. That is a good. They're just about of age to do that. Yeah.
That's a freebie. You can use that one for free. There you go.
Yeah. I told them, I said, hey, we're building this so that you can have this for the future. You can help manage.
Love it. There you go.
I love it too. Yeah, that's right. It's good stuff.
So Dave, this has been so much fun. Everyone go check out Tweva, TWEVA.com, right?
Yes, you got it. It's a nice, simple 5-letter domain. It fits in there. You got Facebook, Twitter, Tweva, right? Uber. Exactly. It's very easy. Hey, Mom, can you put my soccer game up on Tweva TV? That's what we wanted. We were originally zipco.tv. I was like, zipco.tv, does that really work in another language? No. So we had to find something cool. Yeah.
I like it. So this is great. And guess what? We'll see everyone next week. That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneurs Enigma, please review us in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps other podcast listeners find our show. If you're looking for other podcasts in the marketing space, look no further than the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcasts.net. Theme Media hopes you have enjoyed this episode. This podcast is one of the many great shows on the MPN Marketing Podcast Network.
You may know you're listening to this show along the Marketing Podcast Network, but did you know there are other great shows on MPN to help your business? Keith Smith hosts a great podcast called The Fuel Podcast. Keith, tell us what these fine folks will get out of listening.
Fuel is all about the advertising business. It's like Mad Men for the ears. Every show, I pick on a hot topic to discuss or interview a celebrity from the world of British and American advertising. We chat about all sorts of things, and I try and uncover the real person behind the image using just my powerful charm, incisive wit, and incredible humility.
Awesome. Where can people subscribe?
Wherever they normally get their podcasts, from Apple, Google, Spotify, the MPN website, or just visit my website at thefuelpodcast.com.
You heard him. Go subscribe. This podcast is heard along the Marketing Podcast Network. For more great marketing podcasts, visit marketingpodcasts.net.